Hello YouTube friends, it's Johnny the PEI EV guy back with another episode, and this time I want to go through and celebrate our 6.5 week anniversary, totally arbitrary, anniversary of owning the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. Obviously we absolutely love this car. It has performed brilliantly and has exceeded all of our expectations and any hype that we had heard about of owning one of these cars. It's absolutely amazing. So far we've taken it up west to North Cape, north of Tignish. You guys saw that video. We did a family trip down east to Surrey to Basin Head for a beach day. That was a long trip, but it was great to not burn any gas going up and down through there. It was great to come back to the car and have it all conditioned. I'll get into the preconditioning stuff in a bit. That's nice. That's an awesome feature. June and I took it over to New Brunswick to test the SuperCharging. You saw that video. We've done lots of jaunts around the island, up north to Dalby by the Sea. We've taken it to several beach days and many trips in and out of town, going to work and doing family stuff. All the while, from what I calculate, we've saved over $200 a month in fuel costs. That is awesome. Way more than I thought we'd be saving. And that takes a big chunk out of the payments that we have to make every month for this awesome car. And it makes it a little bit easier, to be honest. It's really cool. We've talked to lots and lots of people about the car. We'll come out of a store and there'll be people kind of looking at the car and they want to talk about it because they're still rare to see here in Prince Edward Island. I think it's still under 10-ish in Prince Edward Island. But we're getting there. We're getting more of them around. And a lot of people are really excited to see the car. There has been very little FUD talk about it, about electric vehicles and green energy and stuff. A lot of people are really positive, which is a nice thing to see. It's really cool. So let's go through some of the features that we knew were coming with the car, but have really exceeded our expectations, and we really like, and some features that we knew about but just really didn't take advantage of. And now that we're using them, we really like them. First and foremost is the Sentry Mode / dash cam. I absolutely love this feature of the car. It is so awesome to know that the car is always watching, using the cameras around the car to record footage while we're driving and while we're stopped and we're away from the vehicle. And it's nice to have that security knows if something happens to the car, we'll have that footage to use if we need it. Another one of the features that we absolutely love is autopilot. That goes to be said. All Teslas now come with, I think it's every Tesla, comes with autopilot now. We only live 25 kilometers from town and back, and it's these rural roads in Prince Edward Island, the maximum speed is 90 kilometers an hour, so everybody does around 100-ish. But it's still nice to have it in traffic. You just bing and put it on, and away you go, right? And it's great. It takes us all the stress out of the driving. I can't wait to take it on a long trip and see how it performs. And for you people that are commuting over 100 kilometers to work and back every day, you guys must absolutely love it, because we love it and we live a quarter of the distance away. Another feature that's really awesome that's not really advertised is the auto high beams. Now, anybody that lives in an urban area probably doesn't use it that much, but like I said, because we live a little bit out of town, we live in a rural area, I use it all the time. And what this feature does is the high beams are engaged, and like a lot of drivers here in PEI just have their high beams on and leave them on. So you got your high beams on, so you get a better field of view while you're driving when it's dark. And then when the car senses another vehicle oncoming, I don't know if it sees the headlights or what it does, it will auto dim the high beams so they don't flash in the other person's face, and when the vehicle passes you, the high beams come back up again. That's a really cool feature, something I didn't really think about, but I find it essential, and I use it every day coming home when I'm coming home at night. Okay, let's talk about the doors. A lot of controversy about the doors and the door handles, and any Tesla owner knows that you have to give a tutorial to anybody getting in and out of the car to show them how to use the door handles and the buttons to get out of the car, right? But for us, we think it's awesome. Having your phone as the door key is absolutely brilliant. You just walk up to the car, pop it open, hop in, put your seatbelt on, put it in drive, and you're gone. Same thing with the trunk. It took me an embarrassing amount of time, like a month, to figure out that you can just open the back trunk with your phone on you. That's pretty cool. No more fumbling with the app and the glare of the sun and all that. So just walk up, pop it, grab it, open the trunk, close it, put your stuff in, and away you go, right? So the only door that you need to open with the app is the frunk. To be honest, we don't use it all that much anyway, so that's just fine. And you can still get in the car and pop it open from the screen here, right? So that's good. Speaking of the trunk, how about the trunk space? Unbelievable how much trunk space is back there. We haven't even come close to filling it yet. I don't even know what the measurements are. I'll look it up and put on the screen what the cubic measurements are, but it's ridiculous how much stuff you can get in the car. And that little space underneath the trunk, that's really great. So we really enjoy that. Next, the sound system. I'm not going to play any music because I don't want to go through any copyright music, but anybody who knows me, I'm a rock guy. I listen to it. I like it loud, and I like it hard. And this sound system is unbelievable. It's better than any sound system I've had in any car. And this is not even the highest end one in the Standard Range Plus. The long range premium Model 3s, they have an even better sound system. But the one in the Standard Range Plus is just fine, I assure you. Another feature we like to use, I mentioned before, is the preconditioning. Actually takes a while to get used to remember that you can just fire up your phone and cool down the car, and it'd be nice and comfortable temperature when you get to it. I forget to do it because we were living in ice cars so long and you didn't have that opportunity, right? But it's cool once you remember to do it. Hey, load the app, precondition the car, and away you go. In addition to that is the keep climate on. You know, it's hot these summer days, and if you're just popping into the store for half an hour and coming back out, keep the conditioning on. It keeps the cabin at a comfortable temperature, no problem. So we got the car on Canada Day, as you know. I have no idea what it's going to be like in the winter, and I will update you in the winter. Hopefully, the warming the car up doesn't kill a lot of the range of the car. I'm expecting it to take about a third of the range, but I imagine that I'll be even more grateful for the preconditioning feature in the wintertime when it's ridiculously cold outside. So those are a lot of the features that we've really discovered and really like. And if there's a feature we haven't mentioned that you really like in your Model 3, just leave a comment down below and we can talk about it. And maybe it's something I haven't discovered yet. That's quite possible. So I mentioned before about people who want to see the car and we show up and there's people looking at the car, and everyone's been really great about being very positive about the Model 3. There are a lot of myths out there, and people that have talked to us have spewed this FUD and just don't have a ton of misinformation. So I'd like to correct some of that now. And if you're thinking about getting a Model 3 or an electric vehicle, these are some of the things you're going to come up with. People are going to have these questions for you. First off, we were surprised that we have a Tesla Model 3. It's the second least expensive vehicle that Tesla sells here in Canada. But people still see the T and the logo on the hood and on the trunk, and they still think it's a $100,000 car. How could you afford a $100,000 car? That's crazy. But, I have to tell them that, it's $55,000 before taxes. And a lot of people don't know about the $5,000 electric vehicle rebate from the federal government that brings that cost down to $50,000. That's what it is. I know that's still very expensive, but it's not $100,000 for a Model S, and I think that's a starting price for a Model S, or $130,000 for the Model X. So this is it's an expensive car, yes, but it's not out of the reach of a lot of people, I feel. And in 5 years, when it's paid off, we are going to be way ahead of the game, not paying for gas and maintenance and all that stuff. So there's something to tell a lot of people. The electric vehicles, the cost is up front for the most part, and then once you clear the paying for the car, then it's pretty smooth sailing. A lot of people ask me about that maintenance and upkeep for the car, and where do you take it? There's no dealerships. Well, that's right. Tesla doesn't have dealerships. First of all, they have service centers, and the nearest one is still at this moment in Quebec City. We have none here in the Maritimes yet, but the mobile teams will come out and fix any issues you may have. Now, lucky, our Model 3 was absolutely perfect. I couldn't find anything wrong with it upon delivery, but I have friends who have taken delivery since and have had issues, and they've loaded their app on their phone and made an appointment, and the service team comes and checks it out and fixes it right there. And that's really cool. We're lucky we haven't had to use that yet, but it's nice to know it's there. And speaking of no dealerships, people are like, well, how did you buy this car? Where did you get this car? Did you go to Toronto? Did you go to Montreal? No, I used my phone. I ordered it online, just like I would something off Amazon. You just go in, put in your information, your order, your configuration, give them some money, boom, you have a reservation. Super easy. No more going to dealerships and the salesperson going back and forth. I talk to my manager and let's do this and how about this and upselling a bunch of stuff you may or may not need. It's easier than ordering a pair of pants online. It's really cool. So I think that's just about everything I wanted to say. Just wanted to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's supported the channel, who has subscribed and told me that they like the videos and stuff. That's great. If you guys have anything to say, positive or negative, I do need some negative feedback. Please leave me a comment down below, and I'll definitely look into it. recently purchased a new laptop, and I'm using that for editing and producing the videos, and hopefully you can see the quality is getting a little bit better and not me just screwing around on my phone trying to figure it out. I'm still learning, and I'll still try to keep everything better for you guys. Thank you very much again. If you guys want to reach out to me on social media, I'm on everything at PEI EV Guy. Send me a message and let me know what you're thinking. And I guess that's just about it. And we'll see you later.